let's translate the name Jesus. Now let's look at the first word, Iesous, spelled in the Greek. The next highlighted words are different spellings of the Latinized pronunciation of Iesous. Next is today's translated word for Iesous, which is Jesus. Lastly, we have the word Jesus, translating the name Iesous to Jesus in Hebrew. Now let's translate the name Iesous back to the Afro-Asiatic Hebrew. Let's look at the Greek word Iesous according to the Greek lexicon G2424. If you look carefully, you can see that the Greek word Iesous also translates to the name Jesus, Joshua, and Justice. All three translations mean salvation in the Greek. Now let's revisit the evolution of the alphabet. What we're attempting to do today is reverse engineer the Latinized word for Iesous back into the Afro-Asiatic Hebrew. First, we are going to start with the letter I. When we follow the trail from the letter I, we land at the Hebraic character Yah. The letter I comes from the Hebraic Yah. Next, we are going to look at the letter E. In the word Iesous, look carefully. When we follow the trail from the letter E, we land at the Hebraic character Ha. Now, if we look at the first three letters of this Hebraic word, we spell out Yah. All praises to the Most High Yah, Bahashem HaMashiach Yahushai. That's amazing. As we discussed in the prelude episode to the Hebrew Recovery series, the letter E comes from Ha. The Hebraic word for Ha is Hana. Hana means look, behold. If you really look closely, the font used in this version of E is called Times New Roman. You may be able to make out the head-like and hands as depicted in the Hebraic character Ha. Once again, the first three letters of this translated word is Yah. Let's continue. Next, let's follow the trail from the letter S. The letter S leads us to the Hebraic character Shah. Now we have the Hebraic characters Yah, Ha, and Shah. Lastly, when we convert the letter O back into the Hebrew, we get the Hebrew character I. Now when we look at our reverse engineered Hebraic word, we get the Hebraic word Yeshai. The word Yeshai in the Hebrew means salvation. Refer to Hebrew lexicon H3467. The Greek word Iesous translates to the Hebraic word Yeshai. According to the Hebrew lexicon H3467, the word Yeshai means salvation. The word Isa is the pronunciation for the name Jesus in several languages. The spelling of the word Isa is coming from the Latinized prefix Isai. When we convert the Latin prefix Isa back to the Hebrew, we arrive at the Hebraic word Yeshai. Hold up. Wait. What about the letters US in the name Jesus? The letters US in the Latin establishes the noun's masculinity. The following excerpts are from the following. Our next reference is coming from the book titled Elementary Latin, written by Franz H. Kiermaier and Frank E. Gurney. The following reads that nouns in US are masculine. Our next reference, the following reads, nouns in US, ER, IR are masculine.